Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I want to talk first and foremost about the thing that I think really catapulted, changed my life, and caused this domino effect in my life, and that is self-love. And I know it sounds so like, oh, okay, self-love or whatever, but it really is life-changing and transformational. And I've seen it not only change my life, but friends and family and other people I see even online that they might not even know they're practicing it, but that really prioritize self-love, prioritize themselves, and just see their life just change. Like they just glow differently. I remember once I mean, people always thought I was very positive and stuff, but I dealt with a lot of things, very insecure. I think I was like very toxic at times, not to everyone, but like to people close to me, and you don't realize it at the time. But anyway, once I really started prioritizing myself in all ways and just prioritizing the self-love, which kind of led things to go in multiple directions, I just saw my life change. I started prioritizing myself. I was always in relationships where I was always very independent physically, but emotionally I was very codependent. So I think that's where the lack was. But then once I started, I don't know what really caused me to change, but one thing I can share with you guys is I was overweight most of my life. Since I can remember, since I was a little kid, I would always think about my weight every single day, and it's losing weight, you know, for physical reasons was always something I wanted to do, but I tried it in the past, but I always gained the weight back and I never lost all the weight that I wanted to. And then in 2019, I was 29 and I was 29 and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to be 30 at the end of the year. This is March or February, March, and December I was turning 30. I was like, I'm going to be 30 at the end of the year. And I've thought about my weight every day since I was a child, since I could remember 3-4 years old. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's sad. And that made me really sad. And it made me like, hey, like, I don't know. It just changed my mind. I was like, I need to do something about it. Like I can think about it. I can talk about it, but I need to start. So, the beginning of March of 2019, I was like, I'm going to start going to the gym. So since then, it started with that mentality, and then the physical came. So like I started taking care of myself. I started feeling good about myself. It's funny because the weight obviously didn't come off in a day, in a month, but as I was prioritizing myself, loving myself, telling myself, you can do this, you're gonna do this, you are now someone who works out, you're gonna do this, things just started changing. I started losing the weight, I started building more confidence, I enjoyed going to the gym. It was a new hobby. Now I didn't just go to work and come home and sleep. Like I was like, the gym is part of my everyday life. So I started losing weight, started enjoying working out. I was in a relationship, that 6-year relationship at that time, and it wasn't the healthiest relationship, and I would call it a toxic relationship. And lots of times when people say that, it's about, you know, the other person. And now that I know what I know, of course, when I was in it, I was like, it was all the blame game. Like, oh, this person I'm with is toxic. But then once you practice awareness about yourself and about others, you realize like we were both toxic. We were both toxic, meaning we were both very unconscious and unaware of our patterns, you know, and it's a two-sided street. It's a two-way street. So I realized like, yes, there was definitely things that he did that were very unhealthy, but likewise, so did I. So I was in that relationship, and I had already known for a long time like that this is not, it was 6 years, and it's crazy to say this, but I knew pretty soon into the relationship like this wasn't the relationship for me, but I just stayed. I used to say I don't know why I stayed, but now I do know. I realize this. We can talk about that in another video, and how we like to be comfortable even when situations are uncomfortable, but they're familiar. Anyway, so I was in that relationship, and a couple months went by. I was on my journey. I was feeling good. I was like, nothing can do this. Nothing can, you know, take me down. And something came up, and he lied about something else. I was like, I'm feeling good. I was like, it's time. And I didn't feel sad really, maybe a little bit, but it was more like an acceptance. Like I knew I needed to go to this next step. So putting that self-love at the forefront, taking care of myself physically, everything else just was like a domino effect. It just fell in line. I finally got the courage and acceptance and will to leave that relationship. I moved out into my own apartment. Just here, don't look at the clothes that I have to do over here. But anyway, I moved into my own apartment. It was hard. It was a little scary, but also very exciting. I was very happy. I remember when I walked into this place, I just got this overwhelming feeling like, ooh, this is the one. Like It had everything I wanted. I had looked at other apartments and they just all felt wrong, and maybe that was one reason I didn't leave. It was just, it didn't feel right. But this one I was like, this is it. Anyway, self-love, physical, left the relationship, started working on myself. I started listening to podcasts, and that's when the law of attraction kind of came to me in the fall of 2019. And I realized how important and how crucial our mindset is, and how many people don't know that, and how we don't use it to our advantage. And on the contrary, we use negative thinking and negative stuff, you know, and we are always at this low vibe, and so many people are unaware of the power of their mind and how they can change their thoughts, and changing their thoughts, they can change their whole life. But for me, and how I know it is for many people, it starts within you. It starts here, and it starts with that self-love that can just ricochet into everything else. So there's so much I can say about this, and so much I am going to say about this, but I will just leave you with, if you do nothing else today, show yourself the most love you have all day today, right now. Show yourself the most love you showed yourself all week, all month, all year, all your life. Look in the mirror, tell yourself, like, I love you. You're amazing. Like, you're amazing. You know, like, why not? Like, we have the choice. You have the choice right now to tell yourself you're amazing or you're a piece of shit. And if you really think about it that way, it's like, if you can consciously make one of those choices, why wouldn't it be like, hey, I love you? You know, even if it's hard, fake it till you make it, because the more you tell yourself, our mind loves repetition. So even if it's hard because you've been conditioned to think it's hard to love yourself, repeat it. Say it a lot of times. Say it every day. Say it a few times a day. Even if at first it's like, I love you and this feels weird, keep doing it. I bet you it will become imprinted into your mind, and you will see your life, your confidence, and everything else change. We'll talk more about this. Thank you so much for listening. You're amazing. You're beautiful. I love you. Hope you love you too. And like I said, show yourself some love. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and there'll be more of this. And I will talk to you soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.